In this video, you will learn how to create and format your cover slide for your presentation. So now that you have your presentation opened and saved, you'll see that your opening slide has space for you to add text, but right now my text is getting cut off. So I want to make sure I'm able to see my entire slide. So I'm going to come up here to the upper left-hand corner where it says Zoom, and I'm going to change it from 100% to 75%. And then if I come over here on the right, I see underneath slide layout, I have this option for background. This is to change the color of an individual slide's background. So I'm going to leave it as this purple color for right now, and I can change that for each individual slide. Now I want to edit my text. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the name or names of the co-owners for this company. In this case, it's Mr. Oliva and Miss O. And then I'm going to write the name of the company in the bigger box. Now I have lots of options in terms of style for what I want to do. So in order to change some of my text, I need to highlight it first and come over here on the right hand side underneath the text option. I'm going to choose to change the style of the font. I'm also going to change whether or not it's bold, italicized, or underlined. I have the option of changing the color. I can either click on this down arrow to choose the preset colors, or if I want more options, I can click on the circle pinwheel, and I can either pick from the crayon box or from the color circle. I personally like using the crayon box. So I'm going to choose a color and then close it. I can also choose how I want my text to be aligned. Right now it's left aligned. I can hit center aligned or right aligned. I'm going to leave it in the middle. And then you'll notice this very faded box all the way around my text. Right now my text is sitting at the bottom of the box, but I can choose to make it aligned in the center or at the top. So I'm going to choose it in the center. Also, later on, when you are writing your other slides, if you choose to add a list style or bullet points, you'll see this is where you have all your options for style of bullet points, whether you want them in the form of images, letters, or numbers. Now, if I click on my box, I'm changed from being in text option to now style option. And I can see I have some options for how I want my box to be filled in. So in this case, I'm going to choose this yellow color. And if I decide I want to change the fill, again, I can click on the color option, and I can change the color of the fill. I can also add a border. They give me some options. Now that I have a line, I can also change it to picture frame. And I can change the style of my picture frame. Or I could leave it as a line. I could leave it as a line, and I can change the style of my line as well, and I can also change the color of my line to make it pop more. So maybe I'll pick yellow. Now I can also increase the width of the line by making this bigger, increasing that, and then if I choose, I can add a shadow to my box, which is a little hard to see because of the color of my background, but this would work better on a lighter colored background. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go back to text. I'm going to highlight my text because when I changed the style of my box, I made it a lot smaller. So I'm going to click in the size of the font, and I'm going to make that a lot bigger. And maybe I'll change the color back to like a blue. Now, what I can also do is if I click on the name of my company and I come over here to arrange, underneath where it says rotate, I can choose to make my font turn in either direction, and then I can also click and drag it to put it somewhere else on the slide, and I can move this box down here just to make it more aesthetically pleasing. So now it's your turn to play around with your cover slide and to make your presentation aesthetically pleasing.